Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Deputy Premier and Minister for Education. Minister, given the highly concerning recent reports of serious child protection issues in early childhood care settings in New South Wales, what are you as Minister doing to ensure the safety of children in early childhood education?
I call the Minister Deputy Premier.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I thank the member for Ballina for her question. It is a very serious one, it's an important one, and I acknowledge that it comes from a place of genuine care. We know, I think we would all agree in this place, that there is nothing more important than the interests, and particularly the answer to this question goes to the heart of the safety of our children. It's heightened when we place them in the care of others. As Minister, I expect all providers of early childhood education and care to exercise the greatest care for the children that we entrust them with as parents. When they don't, I expect the New South Wales Early Childhood Education and Care Regulatory Authority to take strong and to take decisive action, to act swiftly to protect children and ensure providers provide the high quality education and care that we expect them to. Any breaches in early childhood education and care services are beyond concerning, and it's important we ensure high standards across the whole sector. That is why, of course, I commissioned an independent review by former Deputy Ombudsman Chris Wheeler. I also welcome the New South Wales Parliamentary Inquiry, and the Department of Education will cooperate fully to address any matters of concern or suggestions for improvements that arise. We do need to understand whether a high number of breaches in New South Wales compared to other states is the result of an active regulator charged with monitoring more than 6,000 early childhood and care services, or symptomatic of another problem in the sector. While the majority of services are doing a good job in caring for our children, some fall short. We have seen awful examples in the recent call for papers under Standing Order 52. What the SO 52 has shown us is that there are limits on the penalties the New South Wales regulator can issue. It's become clear to the government that existing fines aren't as useful to the regulator as breach notifications, which could be one reason for the increased number of breach notifications as opposed to fines. This is one of the matters that Mr Wheeler is looking into. I have asked Mr Wheeler to make recommendations on any changes required in New South Wales, and as well as identify any opportunities for changes to the national law and regulations. I will not be backwards in coming forward when it comes to taking the findings that the Education Ministers meeting across the country at the earliest possible opportunity, particularly the formation of the new government. I'm very confident that what we learn in New South Wales can be applied and leveraged in the wider national interest, because we are all attempting to regulate what is a national law.
Member for Ballina? Yes, an additional 2 minutes is granted.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and thank you to the member for Ballina. On coming to government soon after I became Minister, I set very clear expectations for improvements to the vital work of the regulator. As a result of these changes, frontline staff are visiting more services more often. More of these visits are now unannounced, giving the regulator a clearer picture of how a centre is actually performing. Last financial year, more than 8,500 visits were conducted, and of those, more than 2/3 were unannounced. I'm not going to stand here and tell the House right now that everything is as it should be, that everything as I expect or as the member expects. There is a lot more that we can do. The government is committed always to a continuous improvement, because it is about child safety in New South Wales. We are truly cracking down on the operators who are not doing the right thing. The purpose of the Wheeler Review is to ensure the regulator is well positioned to achieve its core purpose, to regulate, monitor and support services, and to drive quality outcomes for children and communities, to ensure all children get the very best start in life. I can advise the House that specific matters to be addressed in the review include examination of the trends and reasons behind them in relation to the level of compliance activity, the level of information made available to the public about the compliance performance of early childhood education and care services, and comparative analysis of these matters across Australian jurisdictions, including any other matters concerning regulatory efficacy. He is due to report to me on the 31st of May. I look forward to receiving his report and then considering it carefully and in particular the findings and recommendations. I look forward to, naturally of course, providing further updates to this House and the public on this vital issue in due course.